Hey you guys, and welcome back to House at Long Meadow. We're all a little bit under the weather here. It's been kind of a rough week or week and a half for us. We've all been just a little bit sick. But you know, this week is the best week in our gardening season each year because our last frost date is today. It's April 4th, and so that means that our risk of frost has passed and we can get out into the garden, get our plants out in the garden, get the rest of our seeds in, and get this gardening season really into the swing of things. So I'm super excited. Inevitably getting out in the sunshine always makes me feel better, getting some vitamin D. And so I've got my garden plan. We're gonna get everything direct seeded. That's got to be direct seeded today. I've got a huge bin of seeds, got our beans, peas, have some squashes that I'm going to direct seed, some gourds. I've also got some perennial flowers that are going to go in the garden just for pollinators. And so it's going to be a good day. We're going to get some of these trellising systems that we use for tomatoes moved into the bed that we're going to plant tomatoes in this year. Get some of our hoops for our vining plants moved as well. And so it's going to be a good day. Hopefully by the end of the day, we're all feeling just a little bit better. So come along with us and let's get this beautiful day going. Although the gardening season is really just getting started, there's already a lot happening here in the garden. The potatoes that we planted several weeks ago are flourishing. We've got those carefully covered with some netting to prevent Colorado potato beetle damage. Those are coming along nicely. Got some beautiful carrots and parsnips going that we started during the winter. The onions are beautifully green and just now starting to bulb. Pretty soon we'll have some nice spring onions. The corn is popping up in blocks. And the chive blossoms are just beautiful this time of year. And so, to celebrate the beginning of this gardening season, I'm making one of my most favorite cakes. This is a pound cake that my Nana made all throughout my childhood. It is a wonderful cake to eat in the spring with some fresh strawberries. We are just now getting strawberries out of our strawberry bed this year, and they're just perfect. So we always top this pound cake with some fresh strawberries and some whipped cream. This whipped cream is super easy to make. It's just 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, and you blend that on a pretty high speed with a mixer. Add in a little bit of vanilla, however much you like for your taste, and then about 4 tablespoons or so. For the cake batter itself, it is a super simple recipe. You just take a cup of softened butter, and I cream that together with about 1.5 cups of sugar. Then this recipe calls for a cup of eggs. Since our farm eggs are varying sizes and not consistent, I usually just measure out about 1 cup. I think today I used about 6 eggs in this pound cake. Get those all mixed in and whipped in to our creamed sugar and butter. And then I'm adding in just a few splashes of vanilla. Again, this is pretty flexible. You could add whatever flavoring you want, but the vanilla is just pretty classic. And then to our batter, I'm adding 2 cups of an all-purpose flour, just slowly incorporating that in. And then once that's all mixed in, here is my favorite part. Put this batter into a buttered cast iron skillet. And the cast iron skillet makes for the most delicious caramelized crispy crust on this pound cake. It's just a little rustic family recipe, and it is so nostalgic for me. All right, right, so we're taking a break from our gardening to enjoy some of this pound cake and our first batch of beautiful strawberries out of the garden. I hope your spring gardening season is starting out wonderfully. I hope you'll come back and spend some more time here with us at House at Long Meadow. We'll see you next time.